that's not the way. No, don't you sweat it.
I would be making this video, but you know, I was gonna have to talk about it at some point because it's a dilemma that is going around, and I think I need to discuss this because a person of that community should probably discuss that. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about dysphoria and how trans people, not just trans guys because I am a trans guy myself, experience that. If you're not a trans person, you do not technically have dysphoria. If you don't know what dysphoria is basically a mental disability that isn't technically a mental disability. I'm not going to say that because I don't want people to feel bad, but that make trans people or some people feel bad about their body. Actually, dysphoria is just for technically trans people, but dysphoria is basically something in your mind not aligning with what your body is. Basically saying that this is not you. This is not who you are. Your body's not who you are. I'm saying that you're male, but your body's saying that you're female, that you have a chest, that you have certain parts that you don't want. And today I want to discuss that cisgender people, or if you don't know what cisgender means, is people that some assume that there's only two genders, which is boy and girl, that were born boy and girl and are still that identify as that gender. And let me just say, first of all, there is no such thing as gender. You can be whoever the frick you want. You can be freaking animal for all I care. But there is a line to what cisgender people do for trans people. For people that say that they're allies and then say that they know what it feels like to be trans, you don't know what it feels like to be trans. A trans guy or trans girl or trans person knows what they feel like. You are not physically trans, so you don't know how we feel. You don't hate your body 24/7. You don't wake up and are like is like how am I gonna survive through this day without being called a girl, without being called a boy? Like, you don't experience bullying or hatred towards you or the hating of your own self because of your body and how you feel. I can tell you this now is that not every trans person wants to be trans. They didn't just wake up and are like, some of us wish that we could be who our parents want us to be and what we were born to be. And I'm not saying that every parental unit is disrespectful to their trans child. I have a very accepting family. I haven't came out to my whole entire family yet. I'm kind of iffy about it. I'm basically gonna post this on all my social media, so they're basically gonna find out now. But gender dysphoria is something that we will always have, that trans people will always have, because that's just how our mind works, is that our mind is mentally saying, this is not who you are. This is not at all who you are. Your chest and your parts that are not of your own, that you were born with, are not yours. I sure as hell did not ask to be I sure as hell did not ask to be transgender. If I liked my body, I would stay the cisgendered, but that's not who I am. I am a trans guy that likes to be called he, him pronouns and likes to be called Scott instead of my real name. Yes, I do get offended. Like, I don't get offended easily when people ask me typical trans questions like, what was your real name? Or, like, I thought you were a girl or a boy. Like, are you a girl or a boy? Like, I don't get offended by it, but at the same time, I hurt a lot when people assume my gender. You shouldn't assume you shouldn't assume a person's gender. You should be like, what are your pronouns? They, he, him. They, she, her. They, them. Like, that's what you should do, instead of automatically being like, oh yeah, that person has a chest, they're a girl. Or that person has a penis, they're a guy. Like, that's not how it works. That's not at all how it works. And you can't really fix that for a trans person. That trans person is always going to have a hatred for their body. Dysphoria is not something that you can... Dysphoria is not something that you can automatically just, like, fix yourself. You need your help. You need to be willing to get help to at least have a little bit of self-confidence. Not every trans person needs to have full confidence. Not at all any trans person has self-confidence for only maybe momentarily time. I'm not saying that is for everyone else, but that is for me, because I'm not confident in myself at all most of the time. I'm not confident in my body. I also suffer from cerebral palsy. Does that push me back from being trans? No, not at all. I am myself, and that's who I am. But a cisgender person does not have the right to say that they know what we feel, because they are not trans at all. They're not trans. And they don't know what we feel. They can't tell everyone how we feel, because that's not how they feel. That's not what they're feeling, but this is what we're feeling. They can't say that it's wrong, they can't say that trans people shouldn't have dysphoria if you look like a guy. If you look like a guy and you're trans, you still have dysphoria. If you're that person and you don't feel yourself, you still have dysphoria. That's why I'm saying that if you are trans, you can't be trans without having dysphoria. Because that's all about what trans is being, is that you have to have some sort of dysphoria to be trans. Because if you didn't have dysphoria, then why be trans in the first place? Why are you trans in the first place? Then why aren't you just girl? Are you a transgender? Like, transgender, by the way, is basically mocking the transgender community. It really is. I didn't ask to be trans. I really didn't, but I was born this way, and that's who I am. Yes, I get bullied. Yes, I get made fun of for it. Do I let it stop me from being who I am? No. Do I feel myself most of the time? Hell no. I hate myself. I hate my body. To the content, I'm not saying that, like, I'm fat, or I'm thick, or I'm skinny, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too fat. I think I'm average. I'm average weight. I am content with my body, but I hate my physical features of my body. Yeah, I'm the average size. I'm fine with being the average size, but my body is not who I'm content with. My chest is something I hate. I hate my chest. I hate the way I look. I hate the hair I used to have. Like, I hate the way I look, the way I feel. The way I feel is most important. I feel most of the time that I am not who I am outside of what I feel inside, if you know what I mean. So, I want you guys to just reconsider. People that are cisgender that assume they know what we feel, you don't know what we feel. You don't know at all what we feel. So please reconsider when you're on TikTok or you're on Instagram and you're hating on someone's post. That could lead to self-harm. That could lead to someone killing themselves. That could lead to way more than that. That could lead to a parent losing a child and giving up on life. You are leading that somewhere else. You could make a child hate themselves forever, even if they get top surgery, even if they get set free, getting top surgery, getting their first ever binder. And getting your first ever binder when you're trans helps so much. It helps so much. And that's one step from being who you are. The day I hear I am able to start testosterone, the day I hear I can start gender therapy, and the day I hear that I can finally get to my surgery, that's going to be the day I am truly happy. My boyfriend makes me so happy. He makes me truly happy. He makes me feel happy all the time. But my body doesn't feel happy. My mind doesn't feel happy about my body. That's what I'm talking about. I'm emotionally happy, but inside, about my body and about how I feel about who I am, is dark. It's very dark. And I want to say that it's okay to feel that way when you're trans. And if you need help and if you don't feel like that's okay, come to me. DM me on Instagram. It's in my bio. DM me on TikTok. Go find my YouTube and you can talk to me on there. Whatever you need to feel like you are being helped. Through anything. I will help you through anything. Gender questions, anything. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand this video and why I'm making this and why I'm here for everyone that's transgender, everyone that's gender fluid, that is following me on any social media platform, that I'm here and that I am a caretaker if you need one. I love you guys. Good night.